All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is week 29 in the Raw Wars versus Nitro, the 156th episode of Raw in its history. It went on the USA Network from San Bernardino, California. It was a taping from the Orange Pavilion, April the 22nd, 1996. Ratings were for Raw 3.3, for Nitro 2.7. This is the third week in a row the WWF won the ratings, and they're gaining traction and momentum around the WrestleMania, post-WrestleMania season. So this here is the 29th week they go at it, and they won by Nitro with 0.6 in the ratings. The scoreboard is now 13 wins for the WWF, 14 losses for the WWF, 2 draws. So through 29 weeks so far, Nitro has won just one more time over Raw. This Raw that drew a 3.3 ratings, brought to you by Vince McMahon and Jerry the King Lawler. Vince says it's the rematch between Vega and Goldust for the IC title. We'll see why that's pointless later. We see Goldust enter the picture first as Raw opens up with no pyro or theme. This is the in-your-house go-home show to good friends, better enemies. Savio Vega then speaks in Spanish at King, who says, "You must be shaking in your boots, Savio Vega." He then yells at him back in Spanish. Opening contest, Goldust with Marlena versus Savio Vega for the vacant WWF IC Championship. Gorilla Monsoon stated this match would determine the IC title as vacant after last week's decision, because last week Savio Vega hit Goldust in the head after Marlena gave Goldust the belt. So to hit Savio intercepted it and hit Goldust. So Gorilla Monsoon said Savio Vega and Goldust will battle next week for the vacant IC title. The reason it's pointless is you'll see at the end of this match. Savio Vega rocked with an uppercut by Goldust, who did his baseball slide, and an uppercut that he does, catching Vega with a right by the face. Then Goldust trying to catch Savio Vega off guard. Vega tried to beat on Goldust and landed a leg lock to Savio by Goldust. King reads off the statistics, and McMahon is furious because King is listing statistics that have nothing to do with wrestling or this match for that matter. And Vince is like, "Where is your head at?" And so on. He's like, where is your head during this match, King? And he's not kidding around. He's like, where is you? McMahon was pissed because the King was talking about things that had nothing to do with the match. Like 3 different topics. Goldust with another reverse chin lock. They go to and he kept saying, "Where's your head at?" And they go to the Ultimate Warrior. During the match while he cuts a promo. And he cuts a promo on Goldust during the match. Vega used his own momentum to swing Goldust into the ring post. Stone Cold Steve Austin came to the ring with DiBiase, and Austin looked on as Austin is the $1 Million champion. Austin looked on at Vega, so a lot of distractions during this match between King's commentary, the Ultimate Warrior promo, Stone Cold coming out with Ted DiBiase, Austin looking at Vega, who keeps scoring near falls on Goldust, but then the curtain call by Goldust, and then a thrust kick. Vega gets a near fall. McMahon at his own count says this was clearly a 3, even though it wasn't. Vega with an inside package gets another 2. Marlena distracts the official. Vega with a roll-up on Goldust, but Austin hits him with the $1 Million belt. He hits Vega with the $1 Million belt, and Goldust wins that way. So, in the end, Goldust became a 2-time IC champion by winning the match over Savio Vega with interference from Steve Austin. So, if the match last week had interference because of somebody who was hit with the title belt, and it caused Gorilla Monsoon to come to the ring and say the rematch, this exact same rematch has the same ending, but just with a different person. And it's allowed. I don't understand the logic behind the booking there. What's the point of taking the title off Goldust? Okay, you want a rematch. Maybe that's the reason for the booking. Well, then why did you take the title off Goldust if he's going to win it right back? Just to up his score so he's a 2-time Intercontinental Champion? I mean, that's the only thing, the only reason they could take the title off Goldust for. I have no idea. Maybe they want to make Savio Vega an IC champion. They wanted to test the pop it would get. I have no clue. There's no reason for them to do this. Maybe this was just a thank you to Savio Vega saying, "Hey, look, you could be the IC champion." I have no idea. Either way, Goldust wins. I rated it 2 stars and a quarter. Not as good as their match last week at all. They showed a video package of HBK and Diesel for the Good Friends, Better Enemies. This is the go-home show to that show. The go-home shows back then weren't like the go-home shows in the Attitude Era or now, where they heavily focus on the pay-per-view or PLE event. Back then, they just mentioned it with video packages, and they just stick to their schedule. Basically, because they're tapings. These Raws are most of them tapings, not live. Not yet, anyway. Vader with Jim Cornette takes on Fatu. So if we ever get to see Rikishi versus Vader in a dream match, well, you get it right here. Vader gets a running bulldog down to him by Fatu. Vader gets up and clotheslines Fatu inside out and splashes off the top rope, off the ropes. Vader splash, bear hug, clap. Vader then looks for a Vader salt. He goes to the top and hits a moonsault off the top that he calls the Vader salt, and he defeated Fatu that way. I gave it a star and 3/4. They showed the Hitman and HBK in Germany. Also, Bulldog attacking Jake the Snake after his match with Owen. They show Owen and the Jake the Snake from Germany. They show a good portion of the match, and they show Bulldog interfering, clotheslining Jake the Snake, previewing the Bulldog Jake the Snake match at In Your House. So that's why they show a lot of the clips from Germany. They also show a Diesel promo from Germany, doing a lot of video packages promoting the Diesel Michaels match. Henry and Phineas Godwin with Hillbilly Jim defeated Yoshihiro Tajiri and Ken Patterson. Tajiri and Patterson are the jobbers. Tajiri is like a teenager. It's his first ever appearance in the WWF. He looks like a teenager. He looks like a teenage Asian gamer. That's the best way I can see him. And my best buddy's an Asian gamer, so not a racist comment, not a stereotype. My best buddy is an Asian gamer, so you can't say that about me. Patterson to the buckle by Henry Godwin. A slop drop gets the win for the Godwins. Sonny showed the King 2 surprises backstage, and King said that if Sonny showed the camera, they'd have to have a new rating for Raw. Whatever that is. We'll see about these 2 surprises Sonny has. Skip and Zip attack Henry and Phineas Godwin after the match. Then we have Mankind versus Aldo Montoya. Just incredible, Aldo Montoya. No, it's not that he's just incredible. The wrestler just incredible is Aldo Montoya, if you don't know. Mankind took it to him in the corner while he rips his hair from his roots. As McMahon says, they're straight from the root. This match was more about the character build of Mankind than it was an actual match. I rated it half a star. Mankind just slapped the mandible claw within a couple minutes and ends up winning. They show more history of HBK and Diesel for Good Friends, Better Enemies. They say this Sunday's pay-per-view title match will be one for the ages, and it really was. I rated it 4.5 stars, I remember. I have a match list of 12 to 1,300 matches at 3.5 stars and above. I should post it up sometime. Or I should get a reason to post it sometime. If anyone is interested in that, in the comments section, by all means, if anyone is interested in seeing any part of it. If you want to just see the 5-star matches, 4.5 star matches, 4.75 star matches, if you want to see any of that, let me know. Or if you just want the list because you want a good lot of matches to watch. In the comments section, that's where you can let me know. This was a very basic episode of Raw. A lot of squashes. We saw Vader squash, Mankind squash, Goldust recapturing his Intercontinental title. A lot of build from In Your House. A lot of build to In Your House, Good Friends, Better Enemies. Sorry, I got a runny nose. I keep getting stuffy. Not that anyone cares, but I apologize for touching my face all the time. This episode, I rated it a 5 out of 10 quality-wise. It featured a decent IC title match, more character build for Vader, Mankind, and Diesel, as I mentioned. The continuation of the Godwins, Body Adonis, and Savio Austin as well. They continued that feud as that gets a lot more interesting with the Caribbean strap match coming up. But a lot of build towards In Your House since it was the go-home show. This was the end of Diesel pretty much. Soon he'd be an outsider on Nitro. So again, TV ratings-wise, the WWF scored a 3.3. Nitro scored a 2.7. For the third straight week, WWF has won, and they win pretty convincingly by 0.6. 600K, that is the difference. And Raw scoring the 3.3 rating. They're getting a lot of traction from WrestleMania, a lot of post-WrestleMania success. They scored the 4.7 2 weeks ago when Nitro wasn't on. Then they scored a 3.1, and now this week 3.3. So staying above the threes is really good. All-time, their record is 13 wins, 14 losses, and 2 draws against Nitro. So Nitro still has one more win in the history of the 29 weeks of the Monday Night War. I hope everybody is enjoying following the Monday Night War. Hit like and subscribe if you are. If you aren't, either way, if you go back and watch the Monday Night Wars, I archive these reviews, and I always put them side by side so you see how they go. That's Raw for this week. We'll catch you on the next one. I'm Brett Mix, and I'm out.